Hello, and welcome to My Practice of Leadership, a personal philosophy. My original thought on leadership was the ability to help those around you be their best selves. In the image I chose, teammates are lifting one of their players to catch the rugby ball. They are working together to achieve their goal of winning the game. I still believe that being a leader means boosting those around you, regardless of whether they are your superiors or subordinates. However, after going through this course and learning the classical and modern theories of leadership, I feel that this definition needs to be augmented to allow more depth within the leader as a whole and the relationship with others. The two classical theories, trait and behavioral, have qualities to them that carry over into today's modern way of thinking. Traits such as openness and agreeableness are important factors regarding leaders. However, these traits are important in any social dynamic, meaning not only leaders should have these qualities, but followers should as well to achieve leadership effectiveness. According to Blanchard and Hershey, the two leading behaviors that leaders should have are initiating structure and consideration for their followers. The effectiveness of these behaviors depends on the leader, followers, and the situation. This leads me to the next classical theory, situational leadership. Depending upon the maturity of the follower, the level of task and/or relationship will differ. The lower the maturity, the higher the task and/or relationship, and the reverse is also true. The higher the maturity, the lower the task and/or relationship. Viewing the Explorer card deck through fresh eyes after learning different leadership theories was rather enlightening. I saw so many aspects of the different theories represented, but wound up choosing this one. These dancers must be in sync and work together to achieve their success. There isn't necessarily a leader-follower dynamic, rather the group working together to execute a beautiful dance of fluid movement. Thus, my new definition of leadership is achieving success in shared work for the good of the whole. As it turns out, transformational leadership speaks to me in my personal conceptualization of leadership. It's a relationship between the leader and the follower that fosters trust and respect. And the trust and respect goes both ways, not one directional from the leader to the follower. The leader can also gain from the relationship by their shared values and beliefs. A group cohesiveness occurs where the follower feels empowered to take responsibility for themselves and for the good of the group. This speaks to me when I think of my personal practice of leadership. I've always been a big proponent of relationships and empowerment through social connectiveness. Although I am not responsible for individuals in an official capacity, I don't think that matters. I can still foster relationships with those in my group and encourage them when needed. Something I wish to achieve in my practice of leadership is to ask my group these questions. Do you feel inspired in your role? Do you have a sense of belonging to our group? And for their feeling of empowerment, the question, if you could change something, what would you change? DAC is a beautiful framework of group relationships at its finest. The tripod, leader, follower, and shared goals, is a commitment between the leader and follower to achieve their shared goals. DAC is similar in some aspects, but is focused on the outcome of leadership, and there is no dyad of leader and follower. Anyone within the group can share their idea on direction, alignment, and commitment. If the group shares similar beliefs, then the outcome will be successful. In my visual explorer image of the dancers, there is no delineation between a leader and a follower. It's individuals sharing the same beliefs to achieve their success of dancing in sync to wow their audience of dance lovers. My leadership practice shares intrinsic components of both transformational leadership as well as DAC. They are both relationship-based that require trust and respect from all group members. However, there only needs to be group cohesiveness between all members without the leader-follower dynamic. For this reason, my leadership practice leans more towards the DAC model as opposed to transformational theory. For my personal action plan, I vow to dedicate my time to practicing DAC within groups in the workplace as well as at home. Since I do not have any subordinates, nor do I have any groups in which I've been assigned as the dedicated leader, I think DAC is the best frame for fulfilling this plan. I want to keep my resolve to foster relationships with others, regardless of the leader-follower dyad, and to continue to develop strategies for managing confrontation when needed. In one of my goals from LMBA600, I vowed to develop myself as a leader by requesting and giving feedback to peers and family members on a bi-weekly basis. I believe that this goal will assist me in my personal action plan, not only in practicing DAC and fostering relationships, but also in assisting me in my leadership gap of confronting others. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my presentation on my personal philosophy of leadership.